When I first moved to Oakland, there wasn't a tree on the block. As you drove through the community, block after block had no trees.
Here in Oakland, because of La Nina and El Nino, we have flooding sometimes, we have drought sometimes.
Well, we've reached a point where we recognize that the path we've been on is unsustainable.
First thing is to understand that our planet is dying. And these storms that we see, the floods that we see, we caused them. And the freeways going around cities was built so that you wouldn't have to go into those cities. And then all of a sudden, those big trucks and stuff that's passing by all the time, or the shipyard over there that's running their trucks all the time, that's why these communities have the highest asthma, people can't breathe.
Where this comes to bear with the Episcopal Impact Fund is what we call eco-justice. It's eco-justice because it's poor people who are the people where environmental degradation is targeted. The way we always get involved in each of our projects is a combination of partnership in thought and application in work, but also in funding.
You can almost see the link between greenery and poverty. So we wanted to change that dynamics and say, poor communities deserve trees too. We were funded by the Episcopal Impact Fund to plant trees, hire youth, retain youth, and improve air quality in communities that need it most.
How can we ensure green and clean jobs in the city of Oakland? But not just jobs, how can we prepare a place for innovation? How can people of color not just come and get a job, but how can they become job creators?
Well, how do we help people migrate from fossil fuel-based economy jobs and into those renewable jobs? It's not an easy transition necessarily. The Green Jobs Summit is a way to begin being in that conversation.
We talk about the Green Jobs Summit that made possible by the Episcopal Impact Fund, where we're not just talking about how areas are in our communities, but we're really willing to roll up our sleeves and to sit at the table.
If you accept the idea that all of life is interconnected, St. Paul said that we're all organs within a body, and just like an organism, all the pieces are not disconnected from each other, they're dependent on each other.
I like the fact that we have interfaith organizations, we have all kinds of nationalities working together, we have rich and poor working together, we have young and old, and that's a beautiful thing.
If you look in any of your scriptural references, we're all mandated to take care of our planet. If you can't take care of the planet, you can't take care of the people on the planet.
I think that the Episcopal Impact Fund, with this mission and direction, really has an opportunity to do so much in Northern California to continue to affect change, positive and sustainable change for everyone.
What gives me hope for the future is that this is the biggest crisis that's ever faced the planet. That means it's also the biggest possibility. Nobody else has lived at a time like this. You and I are on this planet at a moment when everything that we've got to bring to bear is being called upon. All our heart, all our minds, all our energy. I feel very strongly that this is a very hopeful thing because we can rise to this.